Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Count. If everybody including with, I mean, with fuck.
Tank stopping a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably felt like, man, we fought when we were some little kids.
Right.
Man, I'm about to knock you.
1. Gervonta, Tank. Davis has taken a shot at Terence, but Crawford saying it's a bad move for him to chase a fight with Canelo Alvarez. Tank questioned why Crawford really wants it, hinting the main reason is money. After those comments, British promoter Eddie Hearn stepped in. Hearn called Crawford a once-in-a-lifetime talent with incredible skills, but said he doesn't see Bud actually beating Canelo. In Hearn's view, even with Crawford's ability, Canelo's power, size, and experience would be too much to overcome.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit concerned, having spoke to him in the past, that if he beats a guy that's coming up from 147 to 168, is he really going to get the respect for that?
Canelo also joined the conversation, giving his own thoughts on Crawford. He called Bud a great fighter with a style he enjoys watching, but pointed out that Crawford moves around a lot. Canelo said he prefers fighters who stand and trade punches. He even claimed, "In my weight class, it's an easy fight, easy money." He added that Crawford might think moving up in weight is simple because of his talent, but warned it's much harder than it looks.
A very good fighter. I like how he fight, but that's why there are weight classes.
Yeah,
and he knows now.
He knows now. You think he felt that?
On the other hand, Alexander Usyk publicly backed Terence Crawford if he fought Canelo. As a close friend, Usyk said he's fully confident in Crawford's skills and even joked by calling him a crazy man. He believes Bud's technical skill would be the key.
Wow.
My friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo.
Yes, well, Terence win. But listen, Terence is different man. Terence work in two sides. Two sides.
Right.
And a switch hitter.
Yes.
He's a switch hitter.
Yes.
Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart.
Tyson Fury also shared his opinion, saying a fight between Canelo and Crawford would be fascinating. He praised both fighters for their talent and achievements, calling them elite athletes. Fury said he'd be first in line to buy the pay-per-view and watch it live.
I think it's a good fight. I think, listen, everybody can do what they want to do, and if he believes in himself, then go for it. Why not? I think he's an awesome fighter. Both of them are. Both of them are exceptional fighters, and I would be one of the people paying for a pay-per-view to watch it.
Is the skill level of Crawford equalize the weight, in your opinion?
I think if they fought, they'd obviously be the same weight, would they not? Yes. So
Crawford going from 47 to 68.
Maybe he would bring Canelo down to 60 or 54 or something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a favorite?
I don't really have a favourite. I like both fighters. Both very different skill fighters in their own ways.
In an unexpected twist, Errol Spence Jr. said he would support Terence Crawford in a fight with Canelo. Even though they've had their rivalry, Spence admitted he'd be rooting for Bud if the match happened. Without making any bold predictions, he said he'd stand with Crawford no matter the result, adding it could happen.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I'll definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at what 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
As the exchange of words continued, Terence Crawford didn't hold back on Tank Davis. He said there's just something about Tank's personality he doesn't like, calling him an arrogant little dude. While giving Tank credit as a skilled fighter, Crawford made it clear he's not a fan of how Tank carries himself.
Is you being competitive like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like...
Just not your cup of tea? That's just not your...
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just... one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But, like, his core personality and his ways.
Tank Davis wasn't about to let that go. He clapped back at Crawford, calling him a hater. Tank questioned why people who don't know him personally feel the need to judge him. He used Crawford as an example of someone forming opinions without having a real conversation with him. Tank said outside criticism doesn't bother him, especially from people he thinks don't really know who he is.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a everybody including win.
Tank went even further, saying money is the only reason Crawford wants Canelo Alvarez. According to him, it's not about legacy or proving himself. It's all about the huge paycheck that comes with fighting one of boxing's biggest stars.
Crawford needs the money?
You think he had a chance to win?
But what makes you say that? You know, I mean,
he needs the money. I'm telling you.
Does he have a chance to win though?
Top Rank ain't paying like that, and they ain't playing like that.
So you don't
see they ain't paying like that.
He's going up three to four weight classes. You think the chances of him?
That's why he say why he don't like me. That's the real shit.
Going up those weight classes to face him, you know, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter.
Adding more fuel to the fire, Tank questioned how Crawford has stayed undefeated while moving through so many weight classes. While admitting Bud is gifted, he brought up moments like getting caught by Yuriorkis Gamboa as reasons to doubt he's unbeatable. Tank even suggested something suspicious might be going on, mentioning SNAC Nutrition and linking it to the 2005 Balco scandal involving Snack CEO Victor Kani. He openly brought up Kani's legal history to back up his doubts about Crawford's dominance.
He's great at what he do. He got, and another thing, bro. I don't be wanting to. How these guys is. Then he get hurt against
Madrimov.
Who?
There you talk about Crawford got touched by Madrimov. Is that what you
No,
said?
he got clipped by Gamboa, right?
Yeah.
Right? What the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year. I mean, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm telling you. And that guy that a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail.
Terence Crawford answered back, saying money is just part of the boxing business. Fighters have to earn a living, and chasing big paydays is normal. He said wanting to fight Canelo isn't only about the money, it's also about taking on the toughest opponents, and big fights naturally come with big rewards.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
I'm just as confused as you. I said, huh? I was just like, oh, that's crazy.
Crawford didn't stop there. He criticized Gervonta's recent fight with Lamont Roach, saying Tank was clowning around in the ring and pointing to the moment he took a knee. Crawford claimed that even without that knockdown, Tank didn't do enough to win and lost the fight to Roach.
Steve Willis is a great referee.
He is.
And he started counting, then stopped
it.
Like, they said, hey, you better stop counting. Oh, wow. They don't do that again.
you being a boxing aficionado, you think Gervonta won that fight?
No, I don't think he won without the knockdown. You know, I thought it was a close fight. You know, but I would have gave the edge to Roach. He fought a great fight. Gervonta fought a great fight as well, but I just think he was overcome.
Wade Concept offered a calmer take, saying people make too big of a deal about Crawford's size. Wade pointed out that Bud doesn't look that small and has moved up divisions with no problem. In his view, Crawford is handling each jump easily, so the size talk might be overblown.
I was going to ask you about that. A lot of people making a big deal about the weight. You just walked in here. You don't look like a 54 right now. You're looking a little more solid these days. And I don't know if this was something I got trolled into on Twitter, but I saw you'd stepped on a scale at 180, around 180-ish. Yeah. So you're not having any...
Wade continued, saying 168 is actually a big division for Canelo, something Crawford also believes. Bud argued that Canelo is often not the bigger man in his own division. He pushed back on the idea that Canelo would automatically be bigger than him, using Tyson Fury's loss to Alexander Usyk as proof that size...
I just think a lot of people is adopting other people's thoughts.
Okay, the group think.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, a lot of people not thinking for themselves. They just...
You can say that about a lot in today's day and age, you know.
They hear something on social media and then they just run with it.
Ah, man, trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I've been known. Canelo's the bigger guy. I've seen Canelo in person.
Yeah.
Even for him, 168 is a big weight class.
Facts. And he's always the smallest person in his division. When you got Usyk fighting Tyson Fury, you know, Tyson Fury was the massive fighter over Usyk, and you know, the bigger guy didn't win.
Dimitri Bivol, one of the few fighters to beat Canelo, also gave his view. He called the matchup interesting and said Crawford could win if he sticks to his strengths. Bivol said movement, distance control, and switching stances would be key. Coming from someone who has already beaten Canelo, his words carry extra weight for those who believe Bud could pull off the upset.
Who do you think has more power out of the two?
Canelo, of course, he got used to this weight class more than Crawford. He needs to get used to this power, even he's big.
So how does Canelo beat Crawford? Do you think that's a stoppage?
He could beat him, he could stop him. It could happen anyhow, you know, from both of the sides. And Canelo, of course, will try to find some hard punch. I don't know, but I think it's an interesting fight against Crawford, of course. The best fighters in their weight classes, different styles. Just need to do his job, what he's doing well. You know, he's changing his stance, he's moving a lot, you know, he's keeping distance. Like this he could win, of course, not with changing punch.
Lopez also gave his opinion, saying it would be a great fight, but favoring Canelo to win. He admitted Crawford might have slightly better ring IQ, but believes size would be the deciding factor. Lopez suggested Bud should first fight a strong super middleweight before going straight.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should try to test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog, he's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall.
Caleb Plant shared his view, saying Canelo doesn't look as sharp as before. He called it a highly technical fight and pointed out that Crawford has a very different style compared to Canelo's last opponent, William Skull. Plant praised Bud as a rare talent and said this fight would be a fresh challenge for Canelo. As for picking a winner, he said he'd rather just enjoy it as a fan.
I don't think it's the same Canelo, not quite, but also I kind of figured it was going to be like that, honestly. You know, I heard Canelo say in the interview, like, I don't really like fighting guys who move around that much like that, and Williams Cole being a Cuban fighter, like, I knew he was going to do that. It's a stylistic matchup, you know, and Williams Cole don't fight nothing like Terence Crawford. So we're not going to see the same type of fight come September. I think we're going to see a great fight. You know, you may think about it for a second and say, oh, well, there's weight classes for a reason, right? But Crawford's a special guy, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it's going to be a great fight. And I'm just a fan on that one. You know, just want to see a good fight, and I think it will be.
Keith Thurman wasn't as confident in Crawford's chances. He highlighted Canelo's speed, defense, power, and experience as dangerous tools. While he recognized Bud's skills, Thurman reminded fans that Canelo once wasn't interested in facing Crawford, seeing it as a high-risk, low-reward fight. Similar to when he fought Amir Khan, where the payday wasn't huge.
Can he win? Yes. Will he win is the big question, you know, because the potential of speed, high quality defense, you know, we saw it in the last fight. It's those little mistakes that end up having big consequences against Canelo, right? Floyd, Bivol, where's the mistakes? You gotta be, you know, you gotta get that 10 out of 10. You don't make mistakes, you know? It's like Tiger Woods, you don't miss putts, you know? 20 feet out don't matter, you know? You gotta be sharp up against Canelo. Okay. I remember Canelo talking about not wanting to fight Crawford because it just reminded him of fighting Amir Khan, right? Fighting the smaller guy, nothing to really gain, and if he wins, they're just, you know, there's nothing to really say. You know, when you have a legacy like that, he gets to choose what he wants to do with his legacy. What I love about Canelo and his career is watching him evolve after the Floyd Mayweather performance, right? Mm-hmm. When he was young, when he was, I mean, he's always flat-footed, but when he was young, flat-footed, and didn't have diversity to his style, and he got schooled. And what's the purpose of going to school if you're not gonna learn and get educated? Mm-hmm. And so when they went back to the drawing board, they didn't go back to the drawing board as a stubborn mule. They said, hey, what can we learn? Maybe there's something to this evasiveness. And just ever since then, you know, it's been Canelo 2.0. And I think we've all enjoyed Canelo 2.0.
With so many voices weighing in, the buzz around a Crawford versus Canelo fight keeps growing. Fans are eager for what could be one of the sport's biggest events. The excitement is real. And in boxing, anything is possible. Stay tuned for updates, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more news on this fight and other boxing stories.